Welcome to Community Taking Action, ABCD's program highlighting people and organizations doing great things in and around the Boston area. Today, we're going to focus on employment, and here joining us to talk about employment options for youth are Jessica Rosario, Director of Youth Services for ABCD, and Angelina Camacho, Program Coordinator of the Financial Futures Initiative. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So, employment for youth is something that is a hot topic right now, and obviously the programs that you all are doing are very exciting, which is why we wanted to have you guys on the show. And we'll start with the work that you do with SummerWorks, which is well known throughout Boston, and most of our audience should have heard of it by now. But just give us a little background on that program and your role in managing it.
So on my role, I'm the Director of Youth Services for ABCD, so I oversee both the SummerWorks program and the Career Exploration program. SummerWorks is a 6-week job program for youth ages 14 to 21. And we're going into our 50th year. Youth work 20 hours a week. I'm in work sites throughout the city of Boston. They get paid $8 an hour, and we're just very excited to start it.
So you manage the program throughout all of the different areas in Boston?
Yes, so we partner up with all 14 of ABCD neighborhood sites, and I oversee just the allocation of the youth, the allocation of the work sites, and just kind of make sure that everything is running as smoothly as possible.
So they're going to, in the world of technology, go online?
Go online, summerworks.net. You register an email, they'll send you a link to it, and then when you click on that link, you'll start the application process. After you complete the online application, there's a checklist of documents that they need to bring into their local ABCD.
Such as?
Such as proof of age, proof of residency, proof of household size, and proof of income. We want to make sure that the youth who we serve are Boston residents, the age that they say that they are, and obviously the neediest as possible.
And then you also mentioned another program that I don't know if our audience is as familiar with, and you said Career Explorations.
Yes.
How does Career Explorations tie into or is different from what we always know as SummerWorks? So
Career Explorations is ABCD's year-long program for youth. We serve ages between the 17 to 21, so it is geared towards the older youth population. We have 4 career paths that youth can pick from: culinary arts, building trades, health, and early childhood education. So it's a job training program. So at the beginning of the year, we get them ready to go to work, and then at the end of the year, we give certification. So we'll certify someone in home health. We'll do OSHA 10 training for anyone who's interested in building trades. Anyone who's interested in early childhood education, we'll give them a college class. We're doing financial literacy with them so that when they're actually earning a paycheck, that they know what to do with that money. We're doing, basic life skills with these youth to make sure that they have the components that they need in order to be successful.
And how long is the field placement
The field placement is about 12 to 15 weeks, depending on how many hours the youth can do. Some of these kids are in school, so we kind of take that into consideration. So it's 12 weeks at a work site. If they're in culinary arts, they're in the kitchen, they're helping cleaning up, they're learning on the job.
You mentioned financial literacy as some of the classes, and so I want to come back to Angie and talk a little bit about the curriculum, the financial literacy curriculum. I imagine you've had some role in that. Talk a little bit about the financial component.
The financial component is an active working component of the overall curriculum that is in place with the SummerWorks participants. Essentially, we make sure that they have not only the knowledge but the working tools to be able to make transactions that would affect their financial lives. For instance, they know how to write a check, even though there are a lot of automated options right now with electronic banking.
I don't think I've written a check in a while, but I do know how.
Yes, they are also aware of the availability of mobile banking. In addition to that, how to even do something as simple as write a deposit slip and understand what a bank statement looks like. In addition to that information, even though they're not going to be very active as it relates to their credit history, they'll know what a credit history and score is. They'll know how to look up both things. They'll know the importance of protecting their identity so that they have the best chance of building and not busting their dream by maintaining and building a good credit score and a clean credit history.
Andrew, you're also working on, an infant,
yes.
a younger program, Youth Engaged in Action. Talk a little bit about that.
The Youth Engaged in Action program is a new initiative, and it's quite innovative, so we're very excited. Youth Engaged in Action for short is YEA.
Yay!
So even its name is very exciting. It started last year, as you mentioned, and our current leader, Mr. Drew, highlighted the fact that we have opportunities for those 14 and up, and those who are 12 and under, as you know, can engage in summer camp activities.
Right.
But there's a huge out of school time gap for those who are age 13. Essentially, they're somewhat aged out of camps, and the earning opportunities are limited, nearly non-existent, for a number of reasons: the types of work they can do, the availability of the types of work they can do, and the overall deficit of job opportunities for young people overall.
I remember when I was young, I couldn't wait to turn 14 so I could get a job. You know, you had to get working papers and all of that stuff. But
yes, so there are a lot of barriers to 13-year-olds that leave them not only in an out-of-time situation, but worse, out of time without an opportunity. So YEA was developed last year to help fill that gap.
And what else are you teaching them, you know, while you have them? The scope of the program is it just finances?
Essentially, it is a financial literacy program, but there are supportive components that are also very important to working with money and being financially well. For instance, you have to be able to not only leverage your resources, but know how money works and be able to make it work for you. And what better way of understanding how to advocate for yourself with money and leverage your resources than to know your own community and be actively engaged. So we have a advocacy component through our civics curriculum, which is supportive of financial literacy, in that you know your local stakeholders that make things happen in the city, and you have to make choices, just like you have opportunity cost when it deals with money. How can you personally be involved in community to make changes for the better sooner that not only impact the community at large, but you as an individual? And even at 13, there's many things you can do. We also have a job readiness curriculum. For the reason why that is important is because those who are engaged in the YEA curriculum are actually in the pipeline to go to SummerWorks. So they have priority when they come back the next summer. And even between this time where we're engaged with them during the summer and the time that they're going to apply for SummerWorks, the YEA program will have an opportunity to stay in touch with these young people during the school year.
How long is the program?
The program is for 3 weeks.
Okay.
We start on July 14th until August 1st.
And what's the compensation?
This year it is $100 in gift cards.
Okay.
And as we're able to build partnerships, if there are additional incentives, we'd be happy to share those as well.
Did I say I was 13? I'd like to thank you both for coming on our program today.
Thank you.
Last word, how does someone get in touch with you? Is there a phone number or an email address or a website that someone should?
If someone would like to call, they can call 617-348-6548. If they just want to do an application, they can go on summerworks.net.
Got it.
617-348-6583 is the information line. And of course, the Financial Futures Initiative is a part of ABCD, so you can find us on the ABCD website.
Outstanding. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
That concludes our program for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you miss any segments, you can catch them on YouTube. Thank you for joining Community Taking Action. I am Eric Mitchell, your host. Until next time.